Yo, I'm gamesharkakaflash. I'm also known as redflash44. Um, yeah, I'm here on behalf of mynetfam to show some basic controls of Photoshop. So this whole series is just going to be just a short series, to show off how to make stuff like cinches and stuff like that for forums. Yeah, this is pretty much for absolute noobs who want to get better. So without further ado, I'm just going to show some tools today. And this is more going to be like an introduction. So yeah, probably skip this one if you know some of the stuff already. But first of all, I'm just going to show off some of the basic tools. So like moving, you can make it bigger. Yeah, and you can also use the selection tool. So you got the two selection tools. You got your lassos, and you also got your regular tools. So I'll probably avoid the lassos in my tutorial series, but they're there if you want to use them. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use some of these tools. So selection, for instance, you can copy and paste. Yep, so copy and paste, Control C, Shift Control C, Shift Control V, and copy everything. You got your selection tools again. This one, you got your wand and you got your quick selection. So quick selection just basically selects over areas. Got your cropping tool. Weird thing about the cropping tool is you can actually make things bigger now. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You also got your eyedropper tool. So again, we're going to be using this when we're working with smudging. So you just select color and it'll go onto your palette. If you want back to the default palette, black and white, just hit D and it'll go there instantly. You got your pencil and your brush, so we're going to be using those obviously. And whoops, yeah. After that, we're just going to skip. Yeah, I'm just going to skip a few tools that we're not going to use. Just go ahead straight to eraser. Obviously, going to use that one there. We're also going to use gradients later on when we're doing gradient mapping, and we're going to use the paint bucket tool quite a lot. So just keep those tools in mind. Also try to memorize if you can the little keys, because I'm probably going to forget every now and then, and won't be able to remind you. The other things we're going to be using is the blur tool. So if I just go ahead and I'll blur some of this stuff. Whoops, rasterize as well. Blur, you can blur stuff out, and then you can also sharpen it up as well, which is pretty much the opposite of blur. And then you got your basic smudge tool, which is pretty easy to use. As you can see, it's just smudging. I do have a custom brush. Again, I'll show you in a later video how to do that. This video is just a rundown of all the tools. So now we've got the dodge, bend, and sponge. So dodge just makes everything brighter in a section. It's really hard to see in this video, but again, I'll show it in a later video. Bend does the opposite, just makes everything darker. And sponge just takes out some of the color. We've got the pen tools, sorry, and we're going to be using these when we're doing extractions, rendering. Pretty much just a way to make another selection, and probably the neatest way to do it, as well as the most time consuming. Sorry for fumbling my words. I'm trying to get through this as quickly as possible. Text tool, as you saw earlier when I started the video, you can make text. A really good font to get. A really good site to get fonts from is Defont. You can get free fonts that are commercial to use and available for commercial use. Sorry for my English. And yeah, so those are the basic tools mostly. Then you've got your shape tools. Again, we may use them, probably not. And you got your basic rotate tool, probably won't use, and magnify, which is important. I'm gonna say this is a given one. So when you right click with it, you got your fit on screen, which we're going to be using a lot, and actual pixels, which we're going to be using when we're having a look at the final piece of work. Also, zoom out's a good one to know. I probably wouldn't even bother with zooming, to be honest. It just started raining outside. Wow. Anyway, so that's just pretty much an overview of what I want to show you guys today. Again, this tutorial series is just a beginner's guide for Photoshop. This episode probably wasn't quite boring. I do aim to do more interesting videos later on. I plan to have like a little tutorial series showing you how to do tutorials and stuff, follow tutorials. And I also have another series just to show how, like, the basic concepts that you would need to know. Thank you for watching this video if you have, and yeah, please keep posted and come join me at mynetfam.